1100, The Flag.
Well, I have always said that everything's better with a dog involved, Alex.
Oh, you got me on that.
Kevin?
Anytime.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Can I get an amen from
Amen.
the congregation here on
Absolutely.
this one?
We're dog people.
Darn right we are. And thankfully, our next guest is as well. It's time for the Luther Family Ford Salute to Law Enforcement, the radio version. And we've got Officer Mike Fildes in from the Moorhead Police Department. And he's got his canine partner, Argo, here as well. And everybody loves Argo already, Mike. You guys have been here for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And already he's part of the family.
Yeah, we're already making a mess too. As
Yeah,
I
that's
see
all right.
around the office.
We love it. We'll clean it up. That's no problem. Thanks for coming in, man. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, so Mike is the honoree in the Luther Family Ford Salute to Law Enforcement for this month. And Mike is a field training officer, actively involved in training new officers, and he's been a canine handler for the past 7 years with Argo. And those of you who are watching us now on the live stream, Facebook and the website are getting a chance to see Argo in action. And Argo loves his toys, doesn't he, Mike?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We this one, if it was up to him, he'd keep it 24/7. So
He loves that thing. It's crazy. I tried giving him a milk bone. He didn't want anything to do with
He'd
it.
rather have the toy.
No. Just pull on this thing. Yeah.
exactly.
He's
Tug
built,
toy.
built a little differently than
What a
most
sweetheart,
dogs.
though. And what I always, my years of being around canines with law enforcement is, you never want to assume you could pet that dog or go near it. But all I did, I thought, well, I'm just going to, and then I was always told, if they come to you, you're fine. And and so I opened the door and Argo was like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" He comes right over and says, "Pull on this thing. I got a toy here. Let's play.
Yeah.
Let's play."
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, what an amazing demeanor on him. Like, fabulous dog.
Tell us about him. What breed is he? How old?
Yeah, so Argo's German Shepherd. He came from Slovakia. That's where he was imported from through the company we use. Performance Kennels Inc. is the company that we get trained through and get all of our dogs through. And he was born 2012. So we are coming up, 20. God, now you put me on the spot here. Anyway, he's 8 years old. So,
Yeah.
so if you do the math right. So he was born in 2011. But so we got a couple years left. So we're excited about it.
It's a good reminder that dogs are just like people. They're all a little different temperament. We've had different dogs in here, and they don't want to have anything to do with people. They're kind of standoffish almost. They're a machine, right? That's why they're so good at what they do. But Argo, you can tell he loves people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
what I was
that that whole idea that they're mean. It's all they are is mean because they're police dogs. No, not at all. He's got two sides.
If you're a perpetrator, they're probably mean.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
coming
yeah.
after you.
Well, actually, unreal the way you can turn that on and off with a well-trained canine. They're amazing.
Oh yeah. It's a bit of a switch. Lots of I'm lucky. I've been lucky with him.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Tell us an Argo story. Something that you guys did together, or sometime when he just kicked some tail and got her done.
Well, we got into a pursuit with a car. Would have been March of this year. The car ended up being stolen. I didn't know it at the time. Eventually, stone was still on the ground. So we chased it for a little while. Speeds weren't too fast because of snow. And then the car got stuck in the snowbank. The driver bailed out of the car, and I sent Argo to go and catch said person.
Bring him back.
Yeah, I'm not a very fast runner myself, so I cheated a little bit. Sent Argo. Argo caught him. The gentleman did not agree with that and decided to punch Argo in the face around 8 to 10 times, and then me being dad had to step in a little bit and assist, and we were able to take him into custody. But Argo did well. Fought through the whole thing, including getting assaulted himself, and did great.
Awesome.
Kept us all safe.
That is awesome.
Very cool. Is he? How do you look at him? I asked you this the other day. Is he a partner? Is he a friend? Is he a pet? How do you describe him?
He's family. So at work he's a partner. At home he's a family. Back when wife and I didn't have children, he pretty much came in the house all the time. But now we have children; they don't know the boundaries as well as we
yes.
do. So we have to separate time a little bit. But and then also he had a moment where mom had brand new carpet in the house and he may or may not have decided
Oh.
to make a mistake on the
Yeah.
brand new carpet, and he was banned back
Wow.
to
That's
the kennel.
harsh.
Yeah,
They're not perfect. They are dogs,
That is
right?
true.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you got that. So, true story. We're coming to, and I promise we're going to talk about you at some point too.
We're good.
But, when I came over to Luther Ford on Monday, I parked right next to your squad unit, your car, your Explorer, whatever you got, and I just kept hearing barking in the back, and I'm like, oh, that must be Argo. And so I went in, and I think you were just trying to be respectful to the building and whatever, and I said, if that's Argo out there, bring him in, because he clearly does not want to be left by himself out there. And he came in, and it's just like here. Everybody just sort of shoot right to him, and everybody's loving it. So tell us a little bit about how you got into law enforcement, Mike.
Well, I'll have to blame my dad for that one. So he's my dad retired as a captain with the Sherburne County Sheriff's Office down near St. Cloud, Big Lake, Becker area. So I was around it, all my young life, moving into adult life. Really wasn't meant to be an office person and sit in one building. My partners will tell you I don't really stop moving much. So this career definitely was one that I pretty much sought after and didn't really think of anything else. I did. The Sherburne County had a reserve deputy program, so I did that, and everything else is history.
The biography that was written up by Captain Derek Swenson at Moorhead Police Department talks a lot about Mike and what he does to just do extra things for people and go that extra step. In the bio says it this way: one of Mike's exceptional personality traits is his ability to be professional yet empathetic to others. He's always willing to lend a hand to another officer, another agency, and the public, and often goes beyond the reason for call. Recently, he was seen providing gas to a stranded motorist to get them home. He also bought a pizza and gave it to some kids when they told him they were hungry after their mom was arrested for an outstanding warrant. I think that's pretty cool, Mike.
Thank you.
But what is it that gets you to do things like that? Is it you just kind of see the situation going on and say, hey, you know what? It's time to do something maybe a little bit above and beyond.
Protect and serve, brother. Yep.
Yeah. I was told by a former boss that it's now retired that we're meant to make things better regardless of what we're there for. So for that situation with the children, they were very upset that we were there and doing what we had to do. And so for me, it was sort of trying to figure out what can I do to make this situation better, or at least leave here with a semi-positive note. Obviously, it's not going to be the end-all be-all.
Yeah, right.
But what can I do in that moment to make things better? And I mean, my purpose, my job is to make someone's situation better. So however that may be, whether it's as you saw that traffic complaint there, or arresting somebody, or just saying hi to somebody.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I'm sure that most of the time you get pretty good treatment from people. They understand what you're doing. They may not like the interaction, but they get that you have a job to do. How often does it get ugly where people come after you or you feel threatened when you're doing what you got to do?
I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I would say I'm seeing that now more, the negative side that I, with people coming at us more, being more willing to do that physically, come at us.
Even in the last 10 years, you feel like that's changed.
Yeah. Yep. But in the same token, I have more people offer to buy lunch for me, buy coffee for me. So it's sort of, they're going down the same roads. They're paralleling each other, both the negative and the positive. So.
Yeah. So I was, and I say this only to encourage people to do something they might not normally think about. I was in line at Chipotle, I don't know how long ago it was, and there happened to be a couple law enforcement officers behind me, and I said to the young lady who was ringing me, I said, hey, take care of these two guys too. And I don't normally think to do that, but for some reason the good Lord just tapped me on the shoulder and said to do it. And you couldn't believe how happy these guys were. And I said, hey, for what you guys do, man, appreciate you so much. And I don't normally think about that, but if you have a chance to do something like that, do it.
Definitely.
For these guys that are out doing what they're doing, mean, it's the middle of winter. They're out running around doing whatever they got to do.
Well,
they don't get to worry about if the weather's
right.
nice or not. They got to do what they got
Or
to
even
do.
pick up a box of donuts over the holidays, drop them off at the department. I know you like donuts. Don't say you don't.
My gut loves donuts.
Yeah.
It's one of the requirements for the job, isn't it?
Pretty much.
He's one of
Pretty
us.
much.
He's one of us.
Pretty
Yeah. So Mike also, in addition to being a canine handler, is also one of the guys that trains the new officers. What advice do you give the new guys and gals when they come on the job? I've got to think there's a lot you don't tell them about on day one, right?
Right. Yeah. No. It's just keep an open mind, and don't forget to be personable. I mean, that's 90% of our jobs, talking to people. Mm-hmm. So everyone thinks cops when instantly they're thinking the chases and the fights and tasing and all that stuff, but it's all talking to people. It's all just talk. So learn that skill set. It's a hard skill set for new people to learn, just because you got to get out of your shell and be able to talk to anybody and everybody.
Until you have to say hello to my little friend.
Exactly. He's got another little friend here too.
Yep.
So say hello to my little puppy here.
Yeah. Canine Argo. Would
look
he
at
do
Argo.
that for 24 hours straight? You got this little chew toy.
He's tug of war going
Yeah.
right now.
all day, every day.
Is
Yeah.
that right? I feel like he's going to pull his teeth out at some point. There.
Oh no.
That's good for you, though, too. Build muscle in that arm.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, right.
When I need surgery in about 10 years, I'll know who I can
Okay.
blame.
Exactly.
We had a chance, Mike, the other day to meet your wife. Remind me her name again, please.
Aaron.
Erin. And you got two little ones?
Yep. Oldest is Cole and the youngest is Reese.
Okay. So she comes in pushing the two little ones in the double stroller there. And I've just got to ask you, you got the two little ones, your wife at home. There's a lot to go home for. You leave your house and go to work that day. There's no guarantee you come home. How often do you think about that?
That's multiple times a day. I think you would ask me a question and reference that, sort of similar to what what's changed for me, or something to the mindset of do I get scared, and yeah, I get scared that sometimes I won't. So I got to tell myself that I'm coming home no matter what, and regardless of what I get involved in. Got to have that mindset that I am coming home. So I got a lot to come home to.
Yeah, no doubt you do. There's some pretty special people there too. What do you like most about what you do?
The people and my partners. I like going out and just talking to people I don't know and never met before, and then I work with the best partners in the world. So my son got meningitis, the oldest one, when he was 7 months old, and they got together and got probably close to $250 in gift cards from local restaurants for us, just so we could make it easy for us to get some food and around town and not have to worry about meals and whatnot. And we do meal trains for people when they have children or there's some type of long-term illness. So I work with the best people in the world.
No kidding. That's
they're
so great.
They're amazing.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I would think that the brotherhood, the fraternity of law enforcement officers, you guys have this bond because you all do the same thing, that nobody really understands what it's like to do what you do except those that line up with you every single day.
Yeah.
So I can see how that happens. Yeah. Tell me one thing you'd like to do without. If you could get rid of one part of the job, what would it be?
Probably the stress. I bring a lot of it home sometimes. Wife's got to be on the receiving end of that sometimes, of just if there's a bad call or a bad interaction with somebody.
Yeah.
It can get stressful sometimes, and I come home sometimes pretty quiet, don't say much, and I feel bad for her and I feel bad for the kids because they're happy to see me, and I'm sometimes just not in that mood.
The speaker that was at that Student Success Forum, West Fargo schools and police put together, he's a social worker. He deals with a lot of kids and families who have unfortunately taken their life, a suicide situation. And a young woman stood up in the back and she said, "Can you give me some advice? I'm going into counseling for kids, suicide." He says, "Well, thanks for doing what you're doing," but he said, "Here's my advice." He says, "Don't carry the darkness with you." Mm-hmm. I'm guessing you guys see things every day that you can't unsee, right?
Yeah, it's we don't necessarily get called to go to some kid's birthday party and hang out very often, and most time we're being called for negative reasons. So we have to sort of sit back and realize that, hey, the 10% negative that we see 90% of the time while we're working isn't what reality is.
Yeah.
That's just what we see.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to definitely look around and go, okay, hold on,
Yeah.
it's not as bad as it seems
Yeah,
right now.
right.
We're just going to this because this is our job, not what reality is. So
That's right.
That can be hard for us.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Luther Family Ford for being the sponsor of this monthly segment. It's such a treat for us. It's one of the fun things we get to do here at the Flag. Also, thanks to Mark Oslin at Sandy's Donuts for bringing donuts over to Moorhead PD and also over to Luther Family Ford. They are also a big part of this as well.
Apparently, Argo thinks he's a lapdog now.
Right? Yeah.
He's going to come
I'm
right up
telling you,
there.
he's a lover and a fighter, that guy.
He is.
Mike, thanks for coming by. Thanks for doing what you do every day.
thanks
Appreciate
for
it very
having me.
much.
Appreciate
Mike
it.
Fildes, Moorhead Police Department, the honoree in the Luther Family Ford Salute to Law Enforcement. As we head to commercial break, time for another student athlete of the day.